And I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out of my skin, pull the cord. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, the past is everything we were. Don't make us who we are. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is stars. It's not until you fall that you fly. When your dreams come alive, you're unstoppable. Take a shot, chase the sun, find the beautiful. We will glow in the dark, turning dust to gold, and we'll dream impossible. Possible.
Before Aptus, Andrew was diagnosed with severe to moderate autism.
And he diagnosed with autism when he was 1 year old.
Both my girls, as you can probably tell, have been adopted. I'm a single parent.
Couldn't go out on the street with her without people looking at her funny.
We lived in Jordan, Amman. Most of Adnan's life, he's been in schooling there.
I grew up in Amman.
I take care of him for 18 years, and
he started to talk when he was an age of 2. So suddenly he stopped talking.
When I got her, she was raging and looked very much like a severe autistic child.
At age 3.5, our world was very frantic. It was anxiety-ridden. There was no sleep.
And after we realized he had a problem.
The neurologist said most likely it was caused within the first 3 months of life, and that most likely somebody had attempted drowning her.
Adnan was most of the time staying home or hanging around with me, and that wasn't the life I wanted for an 18 years old young man.
Since that time, life changed. Because, okay, we're an interview. Because my wife has to quit her job.
and I was scared even to sit next to him because he used to try to hurt us a lot.
And then she passed away. She got a heart attack and passed away when he was 7.
And here comes Aptus. Here comes the first day at Aptus.
I think when he was 7, he came here. So that time he started to write.
I'm glad he's in Aptus right now because most of the school couldn't be able to be there by himself unless his parent involved.
Like they seemed to us like family here. They comforted us from the beginning.
All of a sudden, over the course of weeks, we saw a shift from frustration and anxiety to joy and happiness.
I cannot say how fantastic was the program for her and the change in her life.
Before, when we didn't have Ryan and Aptus, it was really different. He wasn't really communicating as much.
For the first time ever in my experience with the education world, did I have somebody actually say they thought Joachim was a delightful little girl.
Around 12, I don't have to know more. I don't have to hold his hand or kicking, all those little by little cooking. Yes, you're right.
I never get a phone call to call me to say, okay, come and pick up your kid, you can ride the bus today, or things like that.
Aptus was a life-transforming destination in our lives.
It's everything I hoped for a mother to expect for his child, her child.
Jacqueline, you know she's getting the best she can from Aptus, that she's able to learn what she's capable of learning, that they actually accept her for who she is, not what they expect or want her to be.
He's becoming a new guy who just loves his life, loves himself.
I can sit next to him and I can communicate with him.
Is they tapped into his sensory needs, and through that we're able to find Andrew's best methods of communication and expression.
What do you like to do?
Go to school!
Yes, what is your favorite program at school?
Do homework! Oh, master!
Movie.
Yeah.
Voila.
Basketball.
Okay.
What do you do there
What do you do there
with Peter?
with Peter, Kim,
Yes.
Jeff,
Okay.
Charlie?
Their TTC money.
TTC money. I do.
This is just one of his many pieces, and when I saw this, I couldn't believe his use of color. And it didn't take one day to complete this, it took weeks. So for him to pick up and use the same palette over and over again to finish his expression was just outstanding for us.
You know, if it wasn't for Aptus, I think the whole life would be just, it's just, to put it as succinctly as possible, Aptus is the one bright part in her life that impacts both Samantha and myself and makes things a lot better for us.
Aptus changed the Vidusan lifestyle and our family style.
The kids, they get to experience, well, the closest thing to like a normal school they can have, and makes them really happy.
I really want to thank all the donors all through the past 20 years.
For your support, for hard working, to be there with my son. And I really I thank from the bottom of my heart.
It's made such a big difference in our lives. Without these programs, he wouldn't have been able to paint.
Because it is so vitally important to provide a safe environment and a welcoming one to children like my own daughter.
For making Aptus a dream place for Adnan, and I'm sure for so many more.
And for having Delia in their program and taking so much care about her.
Because your donations have made a big improvement in our lives. Because Andrew is able to express himself and convey his feelings and his thoughts. And because of that, he's settled down into a more happy and content person. And as a result, the dynamics in our home, I'm sorry, they've really changed for the better. And we're happier people, and we feel typical and somewhat normal. And we're finding our path for the future, for our lives and for Andrew's lives, all because of your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aptus.
Thank you, Aptus. You're welcome.
There we go.
You can do that.
Beautiful. We will go in the dark, turning dust to gold, and we'll dream impossible.
Say good.
From the bottom to the top, we're sparking wild fast, never quit and never stop. The rest of our lives, from the bottom to the top, we're sparking wild fast, never quit and never stop. It's not until you fall